What is up, Shakers and Groovers? Shit Show Disco here. Now today we are joined in the studio by the one, the only, Dana. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, so good. Now thank you once again for coming on the show. It is a pleasure to have you on, especially considering you just released some brand new music.
Yes.
All my friends?
Yes, all my friends. And you are one of them. Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't sweat. Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
That's okay. Rumor has it that all my friends just got put in Triple J rotation.
It did. Yeah. Yesterday I woke to the news. Thank you. Yeah, it's a first for me. So, yeah, I was kind of jumping out of my bed when I got that.
Yeah,
news,
definitely.
So, yeah. Very exciting.
You've had songs on Unearthed and stuff before, though, right? Through other avenues like a rotation on Triple J, but this is like them on their own accord.
Yeah. The last couple of songs have been added onto the Triple J Unearthed rotation, but this is the first one to get a little a spot on actual Triple J. They'd played the songs before, like premiered it or played it for a couple of times, but yeah, this is the first rotation.
Yeah, like this is them being like, we're putting that in.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
No, that honestly, that's wild. That's so good. So the new song "All My Friends" came out last Friday.
Yes. What's today? Monday, Tuesday. Yes, Friday. So only a couple of days.
It is actually Wednesday night, and this show is live on.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, it did come out last Friday.
Last Friday, yeah.
How did it all go? Are you happy with the response it's received?
Yeah, very, very happy. I've had many people share it and show some love. And, you know, making music and releasing music is a hard thing in itself. So just for someone to make someone happy, just one person out there tap their foot or, you know, message me and say it's reached them. That's what makes it all worth it. So
definitely. Well, obviously we've got you on the show today to delve into some of the tracks and tunes that have kind of inspired you to make all this music. First off, how long have you been performing for?
Performing on and off all my life, but for this project in particular, probably about 2-3 years now. Yeah.
And you're pretty happy with how it's all rolling, and you feel like it's really is a part of you?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like performing is my home. Yeah. Like during COVID, I've really realized that because we haven't been able to. So I'm super excited to get back out and performing again. I feel like that's where you can really connect with people.
Definitely.
Face to face, human connection. Yeah.
I think once people also get past, because you know you can hear a song and it comes on. But once you like see someone's emotion that's written the song.
That's it. Yeah.
So actually talking about performing, you have a fair few upcoming shows.
Yeah.
And rumor has it one's already sold out.
Yeah. Crazy.
How cool is that?
I didn't expect it. I really didn't. But I cannot thank everyone enough for purchasing tickets to the show, and I'm just so excited to get back out there and with
That's awesome.
full band.
Yeah, how good's that?
Yeah, so good. It's always I love doing stuff solo, but when you've got a full band backing you, it's just something else. It's a different type of energy.
So will you still be playing guitar while performing? Yeah. Yeah,
I'll be playing guitar for one song. Yeah. But performing for me is when I can jump around. Yeah. I can do all that sort of like performance stuff in the studio, but then when I'm out, I just want to get in people's faces and jump around. So,
That's so good. Yeah. Now, you have put out another show, haven't you, in Brisbane because of the first sold out one?
Yes.
So whereabouts are these shows? Sorry.
Brisbane show is at Black Bear Lodge, and it will be a seated show. Yeah. So we've split them up over a late show and an early show. Cool. And then we've got Vinny's Dive Bar for Gold Coast.
Yeah, that's rad. Yeah. That's to be honest, like I know it sucks. Everyone has to sit down or all this nonsense, but the vibes you bring kind of have that like
Yeah.
So I think it should be fine.
Absolutely. Well, the music that I'll be playing is coming from the EP, and the EP concept is based around like a jazz show.
Oh wow.
And jazz clubs, back in the day, they're all sit down.
Everyone's sitting down, smoking, martinis.
Exactly. So, and the performer would usually, weave in and out through the tables. So, like, it's probably a good thing that it's not so hype and everyone's standing up, so I can do all that.
I know that obviously your show isn't going to be like this, but when you say that, I think of like, remember that Who Framed Roger Rabbit movie? How the girl with the red hair is like the singer, and she like walks around and like.
I haven't seen it, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
That's what I think of when I think of that.
Exactly the vibes. Yes, that is the vibes. Yeah.
Perfect. Now, how old were you when you did play your first gig?
For this project?
No, just in general.
I would have been, from what I can remember, it was grade 7.
Yeah.
I think you're about 12 years old then. Yeah. And I took part in my primary school idol.
Yes.
And I dressed up I was a huge fan of Avril Lavigne at the time, so I dressed, skater boy. Yeah. I was such a tomboy.
That's so good.
Dressed up in what she would wear, the tie and everything, and then
with the leather belt with the spikes. Did you have the spikes?
I had the wristband that had the studs, and I wore it every single day. Did not take it off. Yeah. And then I did Skater Boy.
I don't care what anyone says. That song bangs.
It bangs so hard. I still think it's such a good song. Such a good album that album was.
Yeah, I think like when the second verse comes around and it's the same words, but she's just going harder, and it's just like, he was a boy, and she's muting the guitar, so it does like the pluck, and it's like the
she angry.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Now, you said that your new concept for most of your music is kind of that jazzy kind of vibe.
Yeah.
How would you describe your genre?
I think it's very jazz influenced. Yeah. I'm not a jazz musician as such, but for this next lot of music, I was really inspired by UK jazz, which is people like Tom Misch and Yusuf Days, and an artist called Eliza, and actually old school like Corinne Bailey Rae. Love her. So I feel it's like the jazzy neo soul R&B field / pop. I don't know. Yeah.
No, I feel that.
Yeah.
I think when you kind of say jazzy, you kind of mean like swing, hey? Like with kind of has almost also the like, I know the old, not old, but like the Anderson .Paak hip hop drums, which are like real like,
Yes.
And
that's
then,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta do and then
yes, Lord! Just straight in.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to kind of like get the people to kind of look up a song or something of yours that really shows what you're trying to drive home, what would the track you'd tell them to type into Spotify? Because I know what one I would pick.
I think I know which one you pick as well. You tag me in it every weekend. I think Sushi in Tokyo is probably, that one is probably like captures my sound the most.
Yeah.
And I really just enjoyed making that one, and playing it live is always
vibe.
Yeah, always so much fun. So yeah, I'd have to say Sushi in Tokyo is probably the one that sums it up the most.
Yeah, that's mine too. So if you haven't heard that track, also for any DJs that are watching or artists, if you're looking for a tune to put on to kind of start your sets off, whether it's like a bar gig or like it's the perfect song. And you can speed it up to 106, just so.
106, damn.
Yeah, I
have my songs are never over 100, so new territory.
Yeah, you can speed it up a little bit, and then it'll take the transition into like house a bit easier. So you're not, not that I've thought about it, done it, but
he knows his stuff.
Now, you said that high school, you, Avril, 2 peas in a pod. What other music did you listen to in high school?
Avril was probably more so primary school, but then going into high school, I was actually really inspired by Katy Perry a lot, and Lily Allen, more so their writing styles. Very early Katy Perry, her writing is so clever and witty and humorous.
Yeah.
And I think Lily Allen is much the same. They know how to make it funny, like put a little twist on the words to make it funny, or poke fun in a way that it's not really mean, but it's just like I can relate, like everyone could relate to that. So yeah, those two. And then I was also like, I was listening to a lot of, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, and My Chemical Romance. I think we all went through that side fringe stage.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What I know you might be able to recall, but what would be like your go-to Panic song? Would it be like I Write Sins, Not Tragedies?
I think that's everyone's go-to Panic song. But yeah, they're so good. Maroon 5 as well, like they were so good.
Yeah, when that I think it was She Will Be Loved. Yeah. Oh man, now that is I don't care what anyone says when they're like, oh, it's so commercial, but you're like, nah man. Just like the low key drums and and it's just reminds me a lot of that Señorita by Justin Timberlake.
Oh, that's
song.
Also a banger.
I think it's the second week in a row I brought that up.
I think you like that one.
Yeah, I keep getting in trouble, well, not in trouble, but I put it in sets that I shouldn't. Just for like the bit where people are like, I know what something's heating up.
Yeah, everyone gets involved.
Yeah,
it's a surefire, like everyone loves that song, so you're gonna get.
I can't help it, and people will be like, "This is meant to be a house disco set." I'm like, "No, they're getting into it."
Just leave me do my thing.
Yeah. Now, growing up, was music always a constant in your life through family and stuff like that?
Yeah, both my parents, they have been musicians. Mum's a drummer, and Dad can play a lot of different things. So they were in a band together called the Good Time Boogie Band.
That's so rad.
Yeah, who were playing around the coast a lot. And
was this before they became married lovers or whatever?
Yes, intimate.
Yeah, intimate.
Yeah, so they were traveling around a little bit, maybe a few years before I came along.
Yeah.
And before they even like got together, but
the Good Time Boogie Band.
Good Time Boogie Band.
That could be a band on Triple J now.
I think they were on Triple J back then. Yeah. They were on one of their records. Triple J released a record and they were on there, yeah.
You need to tell Triple J this, because like for football teams, you can play for the same football team if your dad played for them.
Yes, exactly. I don't know why I didn't think of that before.
Yeah, this could be like the first time a sibling of someone that's already been on.
True. Yeah.
That's sick.
It is pretty cool, hey? Yeah, I always want them to, if I was to do a festival or something, I would love them to come and play.
To open.
Yeah, to open. That would be so cool. Or just play on one of my songs or something. That I'd just love to have them back on stage, because Dad still plays around a bit, but Mum doesn't anymore. But I know she still loves to drum. She's got a little electric drum kit at home. So I'd love to get her and him up for another song one day.
That is actually so wild. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. I can't.
Oh my gosh, or even better, you put them on the bill as the Good Time Boogie Band, and all their old school supporters out there.
Everyone would be like, who are these guys? What are they doing?
It sounds like every band on Triple J, and that was the Good Time Boogie Band with Bad Things. Next up, we've got Donna with Sushi and Tokyo. It all rolls into
You do that well.
Now, like I said, music's always been around you with family and stuff. Do you remember any songs or any specific moments through them?
Through growing up.
Yeah.
I think it just goes back to my favorite artist at the time. So, there are songs that I still listen to these days that I still kind of well up over.
Yeah.
Avril Lavigne, I think her song "I'm With You" is always I don't know.
What
I think
power ballad.
Yeah, it takes me back to when I was just young and wanting to I was starting this music dream. I started to love music and want to do it. It just takes me back to that time. But probably before that, I was growing up on the Beatles and Beach Boys and yeah. So my dad would always play the Beatles, and one song in particular, it was Obla Di Obla Da.
Yep.
And we would just always yell that at the top of our lungs in the car. Yeah.
Now it's all coming together. Why you're so musically inclined. That's unreal.
Exactly. Yes.
I had the pleasure of seeing the Beach Boys a few years ago at the GC600. Like it wasn't. Whoa. It was obviously like some of the Suns, and it wasn't all of them.
Yeah.
But it was just such a vibe. There were just everyone on the coast was there, and just all their songs. You're just like, this is unreal.
That is insane. Yeah. So, like, any real members of
the band? I think there were 2 real still, and then the rest were like Suns or. But
the GC600 did that.
The GC600 did that.
Whoa!
Shout out to the GC600.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We didn't even go. Oh, we went to the bit of the racing, but
you were just there for them.
Literally, we went and bought Hawaiian shirts, probably 5 of us, and all kind of day drunk, and then went. And
perfect.
Yeah, it was. It actually suited the vibe of the day so much. I think Hilltop were on afterwards or something like that. So,
okay.
But such a weird like
mix. But what a good day.
Yeah, well, imagine being like the Beach Boys and. You go off stage and then Hilltop come on.
Yeah, like... so the Beach Boys supported the Hilltop Hoods.
Yeah, kind of, I think so. Okay. I think so. But yeah, it was just unreal because the crowd was just so many demographics.
Yeah.
And I remember the Beach Boys so vividly from like watching Baywatch on Sunday nights with my family.
Yes.
Because it was just like, I feel like every song in it, but it was such a vibe.
Yeah.
Just California Girls and all those like songs.
I always love listening to that album on the beach as I'm walking on the beach.
Yeah.
But I truly appreciate that band. Well, I did before, but after watching the there's a not a documentary, but like a movie on Brian's life.
Okay.
And yeah, I just love seeing behind it. Yeah. And now I really like resonated with it a lot more.
Yeah, that's cool. I think one thing that's happening a lot more is you're seeing, like, through social media, you're seeing a lot more, like, of what artists are actually about.
Totally.
It's not just, like, the 10-second snippet of, like, hey, this is my track, or it's... I'm trying to think what one I watched. I watched obviously, a lot of people probably isn't for them, but I watched the Justin Bieber documentary when he's younger.
Yes.
And it's actually just sad.
It is,
like, just, like, you're watching it and you're just like, this poor little kid... I think when he was like 14 or something, he got lymph nodes or something wild.
Did he?
And they said to him that he wasn't allowed to speak for like a month. So he's on this bus in between shows and like his mum comes in after like 3 weeks and he pretty much just like collapses into her arms because like he's a kid.
Yeah, and they're probably just working him so hard.
And you just forget like that they're not just a label.
Exactly. Like they just saw him as like a product. And they were gonna, push him, and they did push him so hard. Yeah. And then in turn, it kind of backfired in the end, and he kind of went off a little bit. Now he's good.
Yeah, but I guess everyone has their own journey.
Yes, exactly.
Everyone has their own journey. Like,
yes.
Yeah, it's just such a wild time.
Have you seen Britney lately?
Yeah, that's a whole new thing.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm on 2 sides of the fence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand what her family have done because at the time she was unable to do these things for herself.
Yes. Yeah.
But there's got to come a time where she takes over again.
Yes. I know it's a sad story, but like I love Britney and I think I don't know what I think about that situation actually.
I think
let's not touch on it.
I think what annoyed me most, I'll touch on. What annoyed me most was you've got Channel 10 running stories about it and showing videos of her after she shaved her head going away in a hospital in an ambulance, and they're trying to say that she should be saved. Well, you're bringing up, obviously she's never going to see the project on Channel 10, but you're just smashing it with more content of past memories. It's just like, don't pretend you're trying to do the right thing here. This is all for clicks. This isn't about her.
That's exactly right. They don't bring up all the success in her career or anything like before that all happened. They all bring up the bad stuff that happened. Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, bad girl, young Disney teen goes off rails, turns bad.
Yeah.
No, just chill, man.
Yeah,
chill.
I know. You're so right. It's clickbait.
Oh, you've got a Cert 3 in media and you're commenting on someone's life. Yeah. It just ruins me.
I know.
And here I am with no cert commenting, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now, obviously you've played a lot of shows, a lot of gigs. Are there any that really stick with you as like, I'm here? Stars in the building.
Yes. I think it was one of my very first gigs.
Yeah.
And I was part of this collective with a few artist friends called 98 Collective.
Yeah, cool.
98 Records.
Yeah.
And we had just booked one of my favorite artists as headliner at the time. His name's Golden Vessel. Still like killing it right now. But that was my first taste of supporting someone.
You looked up to, kind
yes,
of?
Yes. And there was actually a really good turnout that night. And I think that was the first time.
Where was the gig?
It was at Griffith Uni.
Yeah,
Shout
nice.
Out Griffith.
Shout out Griffith.
Yeah.
In the uni bar or something like
In
that?
the uni bar, yes. Were you not there?
No.
Oh, okay. No,
You're like,
you missed out.
Sounds it.
Yeah, and I think that was, the first time I was like, yeah, I love this. Like, I can do this. Yeah. And then one earlier this year was my first ever festival. That was a surreal experience. Yeah. And I think looking back at it now, I should have been a little bit more present, because I think I was just so like in shock and taking it all in. I
caught up.
I was like very just shocked, but that was a highlight for sure, a highlight gig.
And what festival was that? Was that Big Sound or
Laneway? Oh, and Big Sound was fun as well. Yeah.
Hey, Laneway, how's that? Just at Laneway?
Yeah. Just opening the.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you open, close, or in between. Yeah. You're on the bill.
Yeah.
You know, you're being noticed, and that's so exciting. I think the big thing that COVID's going to teach everyone is when we go back and we play like a few things, like when I played on Yacht Club or done things, you're just like, oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Like, I forgot how good this was.
Yes, and during COVID, yes, you realize that. Like, it's sad that it takes something like this to realize.
Yeah.
But as I'm sitting in my room, my bedroom, I'm like, yeah, wow, I did actually get to play Laneway. That's incredible.
Even like I was lucky enough to do Splendor last year, and when it came around this year, all the memories were coming up, and I was like, I didn't like you. You're like, oh, I didn't really take this in.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, I'm here now. I'm drinking. Now I'm playing. Now I'm not playing. Now I'm like.
Yeah.
No, it's I think one thing we all not took for granted, but we became numb to the fact how lucky we were.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes. I think that's what I am really going to go into with playing live shows from now on is when I'm on stage, I really just want to stand there for a few seconds and be extremely present.
Yes.
Just ground myself in that moment.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes I can just get lost in, getting this cue or getting this cue, blah, blah, blah.
100%. Or just kind of like coming out hot.
Yes.
You know, like when artists like in it straight away.
Yes, exactly. Just being able to just center and ground.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Well, I feel like also you're kind of at that level now where if you were to stand in the middle of the stage, maybe with your back to the audience or whatever, and take a moment, people are kind of like, oh, she's taking a moment.
Yeah.
It's not like, this girl's new, she's trying to like, she's freezing, she doesn't know what she's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Now, talking about freezing and things happening, are there any times you can remember there being a bit of like a stuff up or something happening during a gig where you've kind of been like, oh, what have I done?
I know probably I've like, I remember I kept getting tripped over stuff and like my thing kept falling out. I don't know, just stuff like that. Like mic pack kept falling out like 3 times. It happened before I went to start a song and I had to stop the band. Like, sorry guys, this keeps falling out. So yeah, I really need to start looking into wireless stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like you took it in your stride, but like...
yeah, I guess so. You just gotta, whatever happens on stage, you just have to, make fun of the situation yourself and not take it too seriously. Yeah. I feel like I can kind of handle situations when they go wrong on stage.
And I think people really enjoy it when they see an artist take it in their stride and not be like, yo, cut the tape, cut the tape.
Yeah. Because they know if you make it known that there's an error.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just ride through it. And I think they like seeing that it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, they like seeing the raw.
Yeah, definitely.
Raw performance and they like to see imperfection. Not
definitely.
Everything has to be smooth sailing or perfect.
100%. Yeah. 100%. I think that's the big gap you sometimes see between someone playing maybe like a headline Splendor set. Yeah. And it all sounds perfect and great.
Yes.
But maybe like on the smaller stages, you're seeing up and coming bands that you're hearing feedback.
Yes.
Or you're seeing them go like, oh fuck, that's out.
Exactly.
And it's or like this, and it's just adds.
Yeah.
It feels like you're there.
If you wanted the perfect thing, you'd go and listen to the album.
Yes.
But when it's live, you almost want there to be mistakes.
Yeah.
Because it brings them down, grounds them, and like you're getting the live experience. You don't want it to be perfect.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's even like when you're DJing, sometimes like you'll get a beat out and people will look at you and then they'll see that you haven't got a laptop or like you haven't, and they'll be like, oh, he's actually like having a dig here. This isn't like a...
Exactly. They appreciate it so much more.
Now, you've played a lot of shows. You've been to probably even more.
Yes.
Are there any that kind of sit with you with shows you've been to and kind of like seen artists and just been hell inspired?
Yeah, there was a gig that I went to about 3 years ago, and he is the son of Frank Zappa.
Yeah.
A brilliant jazz musician, rock and roll, I guess.
He also has heaps of tracks sampled by hip hop artist Frank Zappa.
Yes, he does actually.
Yeah.
Very well respected. And his son Dweezil Zappa, came to Australia 3 years ago, and the musicianship was just extraordinary. Like some of the best musicians in the world all together on this stage. And I was only like really new to the music at the time, but I could appreciate, and my mind was just blown. Yeah, I think that was a standout performance that I've seen. Yeah,
that's sick. Is there anyone else that really inspires you?
Live?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. In general. Well, I would really love to see Tom Misch live.
Oh.
Yes, I have such a thing for Tom Misch. Tell me if you ever see this.
So when I was in DC last year, I was like walking past. Me and my mate went to an Apple store, and there was this big sign out the front, and there was like a low key loft kind of concert hall in this part of DC. And I walked past the sign. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And 2 days before, Tom Misch was on, and Sid the Kid. No. And I was with my mate Darren and my chick at the time, and Darren understood like what I was like about, and I was like, we were but I was in DC for those like that week, and it was just something that I wouldn't have really even like thought of. Look, and then I'm like, what am I, Jack? I'm here like in like where it goes down. I should be.
And he was there, and she was there.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I was not there.
And you weren't there.
No.
Oh man, that's so rough.
But just
and now with COVID, like, you don't know when they're going to come back to Australia or when we can travel again. So that's just...
Yeah, well, I think when was the last time Tom Misch was here? It was for a laneway, wasn't it? I think maybe...
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it might have been. So I think it was one of those ones. Because I remember my mate going to see and being like, bro, you got to come see this dude. And I was like, oh, I don't really my vibe.
Yeah.
And this was probably like 4 years ago or so. And now I would be like, oh... All I could think of is like a Sunday afternoon... as the sunsets or something like that.
And him and his band and Yusuf just jamming on stage, sweaty,
and
hot.
then coming into the internet.
Oh, I did see them live.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, that was a really good experience.
Yeah.
And Anderson .Paak.
How good?
Okay.
Do we have time?
I don't think I can unpack that in one session. Yeah.
You can't unpack that? Oh! Oh!
Good one. Took me a little while to get that one, but I got it.
When did you see Anderson? Was it for FOMO?
It was for Laneway.
Laneway, yeah.
It was that was a really big year for Laneway. I think Anderson .Paak, The Internet, Georgia Smith, Billie Eilish.
Yeah. As Billie No One.
Yes.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish at 3 p.m. on main stage. That was a huge year, come to think of it. And yeah, I don't even think I saw Georgia Smith. Wait, was she there? I think she was. Anyways, but yeah, what a big year. So great.
Honestly, so I went down to Sydney to see Anderson .Paak's live show. Yeah. And like Childish Gambino, unreal. You know, like Chance the Rapper, unreal. See him live, sick.
Yeah.
The energy Anderson .Paak brought to the hour and a half, and everyone asked me like, Jack, what song was the best? The whole show.
Yes. I think because he is a person that loves to perform.
Yeah.
Loves it. And you can see that.
Yeah.
there's a difference when someone comes out and they're not there. They're not there.
Yeah, they're not present.
They're not present.
Yeah.
And I saw an artist like that at Laneway, and I just knew he was. I shouldn't go into it.
You just felt like they weren't vibing.
They weren't there.
Yeah, yeah.
And when Anderson .Paak performs, he is all in. And when he has that energy, the band has the energy.
Yeah. Which is the Free Nationals, yeah?
Yes, Free Nationals.
Yeah.
And I think it's super important to bring that energy every time because it's infectious. And look, we're talking about it 3 years on.
Yeah.
And...
yeah, I remember, because we went down for my birthday and my mate Danny was like, bro, we're going, he put me on Anderson 5 years ago, sent me Tiny Desk for the first time 5 years ago and was like, bro, check this dude out. And I just remember the show starting and everyone was just kind of chilling, and for the song Bubbling, where it's 1, 2, 3, yeah, he kind of came out and you just heard the and everyone's like, oh, it's happening. And when he goes, he just jumps through the air straight into the mosh pit, and he's just getting thrown, and it's just one in the hand,
and then he backs it up with his amazing drumming.
Yeah, and then goes and plays triplets while rapping. Are you kidding?
It's just, it's too much. It's too much.
It is too much. I was sitting there just being I knew how good he was, but it absolutely just propelled him even further.
Absolutely.
And then I had a little fan moment, and I had to I didn't do it, and I should have. So I have all these records, right? Mm-hmm. I follow him on Instagram, and I see he's staying at Peppers on the Gold Coast. I see this place he's at, and I'm like, I just want to go there and be like, bro, big fan. Sorry to be this weird dude that's just come and done this. I know that all these nightclubs in Surfers Paradise are going to try to get you go there. Yeah. But don't, bro. Come down to Burleigh. Come down to Miami. Come to Canvas and Wallace. Come to where, come to where, the jazz and the hip-hop's, buzzing. You don't want to go to these bottle-popping places, bro.
Can you imagine Anderson .Paak in Sin City?
I can't. And that's fine. I get some people go to those places, but for him and his crew, I was like, you guys got to come down to, I didn't.
You didn't go?
No, I didn't go. I didn't.
I feel like he would have.
Yeah, I don't know. And I also want to be bro, I'll get a cue. We'll smoke. We'll do everything you want to do. But I just didn't want to be that weird fanboy.
I reckon you should have. I reckon he would have been down because he seems so cool.
Yeah, they all seem very chill, but it was just one of those things I was like, nah, Jack, come on, man. But I would imagine they're all there chilling, and I rock up with every record of his being sorry to be this dude, but was stalking you on Instagram and I see where you're staying.
Yeah. His crew seems so cool too. His keys player, they just look like they have the best time.
Man,
yeah.
There's a really good video he put up. I forget what airport they were at, but with the playable pianos at airports.
Yes. I think I saw that.
And he rolls in and you can see people looking at him what's this guy doing on the piano? And he just starts jamming. And then Anderson .Paak comes out of nowhere and starts singing. Or no, there's a Japanese lady, and I think they sing something a Celine Dion song or something like that, and everyone's just slowly
gravitating towards it.
Man, anyway, that's 15 minutes on Anderson .Paak.
I know. Damn, I could spend 15 hours on him, to be honest.
Now, like you spoke about not being able to play shows, it's a bit upsetting. What's the biggest thing you're kind of missing at the moment about that whole aspect?
I think the human connection.
Yeah.
With social media and stuff, you can connect through posting and through your stories and stuff, but there's nothing like seeing them face to face, having that audience in connection. What is it? I forgot the word. Mind blank. Audience interaction. And just hearing your songs come to life with a full band, and because there's energy that. I'm a big person about it. I love energies and can read energies quite well. And when there's energy between the bandmates and between a front person, that, as I said, it crosses over to the audience and it's infectious. Definitely. And people can get so caught up in thinking that I can't stuff up a note or I can't do that, and they dwell on it. But really, when you go to a live concert, you don't care about those sort of things. No. You care about how you're feeling, how you're having a good time with your friends. Yeah. and that's what I want to give to people, is an experience that they come to after a busy working week, and they can let their hair down and have some fun. Because that's what it's all about. It's not about if you stuff up or you sing a bung note or whatever. Like, it's just about their experience, and it's about them. It's how you can service them.
Definitely. I think, like you said, when you see interactions between like a front girl and the band, and it's kind of like maybe like you hit that note or you turn around, you give them that look, and they're just like, vibes. You are correct. I've never really thought about that, but you're right. It is something that you really feel like because you see them, then look at the crowd, and you're like, wait, they just looked at them, looked at me, looked at like it just feels like you're all part of the big kind of vibe. Now, your new song that you've just released, All My Friends, that's part of an LP. Is it coming out?
Yeah, an EP, coming out this month now. Yes. It's September today.
It is.
Yesterday.
Wait, no, it's today.
2 days ago.
We're past that, babe.
Yeah, okay. I tried.
Now, you did release a song during isolation. What was that?
It is, oh my gosh. It's changed now.
Yeah, I know.
The
that's
title's
what I'm...
changed, yeah.
It was...
End of the World.
End of the World.
That's it. Damn, why did that take me so long?
Now, if you haven't checked it out, I don't know, you've still got it up there, the little video?
Yes, I do, yeah.
So, Dana pretty much did the whole production yourself in the room during isolation, right? The video clip too.
Yes.
Which is like, it's just cool. It's just good angles, good cool you know what I mean? It's just like, it really gets across what you're saying in the song, I think. Also, pineapple lumps for the win. They're also...
Oh, yes. They're my mum's favorite treat. And I was staying there that week, so you had to get the pineapple lumps.
Yeah, so if anyone hasn't tried pineapple lumps, put them in the freezer. They're delicious.
Freezer.
Now, the song is pretty much ASMR on steroids. That's the easiest way to put it.
I like that description.
Yeah, but absolute tune. The lyrics have so much like wholesomeness to it. It's a vibe. Cool, and I think one thing that kind of like resonated with your music is you can tell you're telling a lot of stories.
I love telling stories, and I love being, I love having a little humor in them as well. So there's a few tracks on my EP which kind of like, they're a little bit sarcastic and a little funny, and I like that. I like being cheeky. But
then on the other side, like End of the World is very much like, that's all like here.
Yeah. Very much from the heart.
Yeah.
It's a true story, and that one just came out super quick.
I just really enjoy, I don't know, it's so hard to get across what you're thinking in a song.
Yeah.
And I think the whole vibe of the End of the Earth song, the eeriness that comes through in the production.
Cool.
Do you know what I mean? Kind of like it's very, I know the reverb and all that's very like, no, it's hard to explain. You guys will have to jump onto her Facebook and check it out, or wait for the release. It's going to be on the EP, because that's exciting.
Thank you. Yeah, that one is coming out. But funny story about that is I did the production and then lost the session. So the only bounce.
Been there.
Yes, you know all too well.
Yeah.
Back up your stuff.
Yeah.
Lost the session, so I only had the one bounce. The one and only bounce, and that's what made the EP.
That's sick.
Yeah, I sent it straight to master.
Yeah.
It's got imperfections in it.
I think it adds to it.
I think it adds. I think it's raw, and it was what it captures, like, music and songs, they capture a moment in time.
Yeah.
And if you spend too long on it, you bring different energy into the track.
100%.
So that song, one day, that day in a song, and my thoughts in that day in a song, and I didn't need to touch it again.
No. Yeah, because as well, like a lot of artists, they like to make a track and it almost gets those feelings out of their system.
Yes.
And they don't want to revisit something like that can be quite like a moment.
I think with the EP, like, well, in songs that I work on, if I do go back to them too much, I put different influences on them and take it away from its original starting point.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that can be a bit detrimental. So if you can get the song down as much as you can in the first session that you do, then yeah, you're laughing. Like that's the way it should be.
Laughing.
You're laughing.
Now, how many tracks are going to be on the EP?
9.
Oh!
Well, okay. No, there's 9 tracks.
Sounds like an album.
It does, but 3 of them are interludes and / intro.
Yeah.
So 6.
It's okay.
6 tracks.
That's all right.
Yeah, and 3 are already out.
Yeah. Oh. And the ones that are already out, definitely jump onto Spotify, check them out. Now, when will the whole EP be released?
The 25th of September.
25th of September, guys. That's when the bangers are going to be put forth to the world. Until then, jump on Spotify, put in the DVNA, and hopefully you'll be able to listen to some fire, plus Dana's new single, which we're going to play today.
Oh, wow, I did not prepare this.
She's actually going to sing it live right now in the...
Oh, gosh. Okay. This is the first time I heard of it.
I just thought it'd be cool to give it a rotation while we play the track. I reckon we'll have to get out the famous silly sausage, and Dana can try and beat her high score that everyone else's high score that's been done. How does that sound?
It sounds good.
So once again, this is the track All My Friends. Dana released last Friday. Enjoy, guys.
I guess I reminiscing when I didn't give a fuck. Back in the day when instant meant noodles in a cup, and ideas were twisted of what it takes to feel loved. Now our flaws are like symptoms of never being enough. You think we're so impatient, way too self-obsessed. We don't know what work is. How can we be so distressed? You say we've said goodbye to all our dignity, now validations, our currencies. All my friends are crazy.
How good was that, guys? That was a bit of a banger. All my friends, I hope you all thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yes, I hope.
Now
We can be friends, maybe.
Now, if you did enjoy that new single, jump onto Spotify. All my friends, DVNA, add it, rotate it, put it on all the playlists.
Actually, don't have any friends. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh
No, honey.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a lonely life.
It's a lonely life. Being an artist, too, I say it's lonely. But if you obviously don't have Spotify, you could always just turn on Triple J, and I'm sure it'll pop up on a rotation soon, which is radical. I know we've spoken about this, but congratulations again.
Thank you.
I might just get you to pull the mic a bit closer to you there. There we go.
Yo. ASMR.
There you go. Now, all of you witnessed it, but no one heard it. Dana may have just won the silly sausage on the final episode of the season, 57.
Yeah. Did I beat Bill Durry?
Yeah, he hasn't done it yet. Maybe I'll get him to do it on how good's that? So honestly, but like you guys would see during the video, she was in this zone. She wasn't even moving. It was just like
I wasn't even looking at the thing.
So yeah, I'll have to. I haven't decided what the prize is going to be yet.
Oh, there's a prize.
I'm thinking maybe a trophy. I'm thinking like
I want a trophy.
Yeah, or maybe like a plaque that I can like an actual like a shield.
Yeah.
And then I'll put the season winner.
Season 2 winner. That's me. Yee.
Oh no, that was so good. Now, obviously you work on a lot of your own music, but everyone knows artists don't just listen to their own songs. What are you listening to at the moment that you're really vibing?
To be honest, I don't actually listen to a lot of music. Because I do
job.
music. Yeah, it's my job. I don't really listen to all that much, but when I do, a lot of UK jazz.
Yep.
Tom Misch, a guy called Moses Boyd, and Eliza. And then going over to America, I've got like Anderson .Paak and The Internet. Who else do I listen to? Actually, I get into pop as well.
Yeah.
So I do love artists like Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
I really appreciate their hard work.
Yes.
And Lady Gaga.
I was going to say, last time we spoke, you were on that Gaga vibe hard.
Yes, and Miley Cyrus as well. I think these women are just so powerful and work so hard, and I just appreciate them so much.
Yeah.
And like I don't take inspiration from their music as such, but I just appreciate.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's always important to find idols that you can kind of like strive towards or work towards, especially like I was speaking to someone about Jaden Smith the other day, and someone was like, I'd be able to do that if my dad was Will Smith. I have, he's got all the money in the world. And I was just like, bro, I'm not going to sit here and listen to this nonsense. You still need drive. You need people that you want to be like, work towards. Yeah. And it's just, anyone that's up in that spotlight doing things like those kind of people, you just got to tip your hat to them.
Exactly. It's like they make that comment about, the Jenners.
Yes.
For already having it kind of set up for them. Yeah. But no, they work so hard. Yes, they may have, more doors, opportunities for them, but they still have to work so hard at their craft. Yeah. And it takes discipline, and I think people should be a little bit easier on them. Yeah. And not say they owe their fame to their parents or their sisters or whatever. No. It's not like that.
No, I completely agree. Now, if I was to go out to your car at the moment and you were to plug in your phone or turn on the radio,
I thought you were gonna say what's in
what's in the boot? She's like bodies of all the boys I sung about in my songs.
Actual, cut that. Do not put that anywhere.
But yeah, if we turn on the radio or plugged in your phone, what would be the first thing to come on? Except for obviously Triple J with it rotates all your songs.
Triple J. Shout out Triple J. Thank you. It'd probably be. I think I was listening to Black Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Bear. Or yeah, probably some Tom Misch.
Yes.
Yeah, love Tom Misch.
I want to hear the best sound.
I'm just going to keep dropping his name in interviews until he
Yeah, if you say it enough.
Yeah.
I'll make a supercut of this where it's just like...
Tom Misch. Tom Misch. Tom Misch.
Tom Misch.
That should be the Tom Misch.
Yeah.
Tom Misch.
And then I was like... Tom Misch.
Have you heard of Tom Misch though?
Yeah, but that one time and you were like, I'll play this song, and you were like,
Yeah.
Tom Misch. No, but we'll give that a mish.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Now, if all things went to plan with the EP launch, with you as a brand, as an artist, where do you see yourself kind of striving towards in the next year?
In the next year.
And let's take out of consideration the way of the world at the moment.
Yeah. Next year, or in the next year, I would just like to keep releasing music. I'd like to get better at production.
Yeah.
I'm better than where I started production wise, but I want to be so much better.
Yes.
So I think that I'm just going to spend a lot more hours in the studio and collaborate a little bit more as well.
Yeah.
And playing a lot more live shows, and I'd actually like to start writing for other artists as well.
Ooh,
yeah,
cheeky.
maybe some pitching. I do have a few friends that are doing that at the moment, so I'd definitely like to get in there and help them out with that. Also, I'd like to. Is this career wise? Is this all career wise?
Whatever your little heart wants.
I'd like to start baking some more.
Yeah, we still need to have our bake-off.
Yeah. I know you're a good baker, so
I go okay, but it's only like I feel like yours is more like through your family, through like you've been taught, like through.
I actually haven't.
I thought so. What I forget what you made the other day, or not the other day. It was like a Biscoff.
Oh, a Biscoff cheesecake.
You guys hearing that? And she's like,
Biscoff.
Actually, there's not a sponsored post.
No. We should have a little
Yet.
Yeah, yet. Please sponsor me.
No, we maybe like season 3 we can have like a guest episode where we'll just bake.
Yes.
We'll have a bake off.
Absolutely, I am so down for that.
We'll cook
like
the
a ready,
same
steady,
thing.
cook type thing.
Shout out to Ready Steady Cook.
I'm the capsicum.
Cause that would okay, so it looks like that's gonna be
That's on. We're doing it.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that'd be so good if we'll get Mitch. Shout out Iku, head chef and owner.
EQ, yes, my fave.
But he'll get us the he'll give us like 5 ingredients each or something.
Yeah, we have to make do with what we got.
So this just turned into a cooking show.
I'm okay with that. I love food.
Now, if you had to listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would that song be?
That's
No, straight at you, hey.
question. Yeah, wow. Hit me with them hard questions.
Tom Misch.
Tom Misch?
Like he's I forget what the mixtape's called, where it's just like his Beats 2
Yeah,
mixtape or
Beats
something
2,
like that.
yeah. Beats 1. Oh my gosh. Like, you gotta ask yourself, do you wanna like be upbeat for the rest of your life, or like a sad sack for the rest of your life? I think it may be an upbeat one.
Yeah.
That's too hard.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's okay, you don't have to
think of
answer.
Yeah.
Now when you were speaking about hopefully looking at writing for people and doing things like that, is that so you can kind of get some stuff out of your system that maybe isn't your vibe?
Yeah.
Or what your brand would be?
Absolutely. I feel like, because I do listen to the pop world as well.
Yeah.
I've tried writing pop music,
Yeah.
and it's fun. It's
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
yeah. Lots of
And
hooks.
Lots of hooks.
Yeah.
I love creating hooks.
Yeah.
Love it. So, yeah, I'd just like to explore that world and see what I could come up with, because mine is very like soul, jazz influenced.
Yeah.
But yeah, pop is very structured, and I feel like I could definitely get something rolling there.
Yeah, hard. Put
Yeah.
your little spin on it.
Yes, exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to have a dinner with 3 people, who would they be? Obviously, other than Tom Misch.
Yeah, Tom Misch.
You're like,
and you.
You're like, no, influential people. You're like, let's cut everyone. Table for two.
Yeah.
Me, Tom Misch, candlelight.
At EQ. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. I've been watching Russell Brand's podcast.
It's good, isn't it?
It's very good. He throws in a lot of big words.
Yeah, he's very articulate.
Very articulate. Yeah. But I really resonate with some things that he says. So
he's got a journey too. Like his whole
definitely.
Yeah.
He's very enlightened, very spiritually enlightened, and self-aware.
Yes.
And I really always have deep connections and conversations with people that are self-aware and know themselves and know the world around them and the universe and all that sort of stuff.
And know that they're not.
Exactly.
The world isn't around this.
Exactly. Yeah. And he's not in music either, so that's probably someone outside of music.
He technically used to.
Oh yeah,
with his
true.
Infant Sorrow band,
Yeah, true. Yeah. So yeah, we could probably connect on something like that as well. So yeah, he'd be an excellent person to go to dinner with. Tom Misch, obviously. I'm gonna say that for the 100th time. On this
you say it enough, it'll eventually.
Yeah, exactly. Put it out there. I'd love to sit down with him and just ask him if he would be my boyfriend.
But also like about music and stuff.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
I was just wondering, Tom.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate his musicianship, and he just seems like a cool guy to hang out with. Yeah. So I'd love to do that. Another person. I guess like someone really forbidden and interesting to go to dinner with would be Kim Jong-un.
Oh.
How, like, no one would ever go to dinner with him. But
well, Dennis Rodman would, but
yeah, it'd be such an interesting dinner.
Yeah, that's, I was actually reading, there was a thing yesterday saying that for the first time in kind of like the history of like the North Korean, like, dictatorship.
Yeah.
There was a typhoon coming for the country, and it's the first time they ever played the news before like the 5-minute anthem and speech he does, because they were like reporting on the weather. And they said it could be like a big change in things happening over there.
Wow.
Because they played obviously where the storm was hitting and things like that before him doing the anthem and the ode to him and stuff like that. Yeah.
Wow.
So who knows?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm fascinated in how forbidden it is and how it's so closed off to the world. I was fortunate enough to go to China a couple of years ago, and we went to Tiananmen Square.
Yes.
As you know what happened there, and there was a
plaque.
There was a castle. I think it was a castle, like a place where China used to be so closed off, and when I was walking through that castle that was so forbidden and closed off from the rest of the world, I just felt like I was really just interested and wanted to know more. And I think if I was to, I'm just drawn towards something that's forbidden. Yeah. So yeah, that it'd just be cool to sit down with them.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. What a crazy bunch. So pretty much, Kim Jong, Tom Misch, Russell Brand.
What a crazy mix of people.
But then like also just like kind of Tom Misch.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Now, obviously you're doing a fantastic job of everything you're bringing forward right now. Your brand, you as a person, you seem nice and switched on, and you're very like current, and I don't know, you just have like that like vibe, which is really refreshing. Do you have kind of any advice for anyone coming up or any young artists that are looking to kind of go to that next level?
Yeah. When I first began this project, I was in uni at the time, and I was always encouraged by my lecturers to go to networking events, and you can never learn enough. So always go to these mingles and to the workshops that the industry people put on, because you never know who you're going to meet, you never know what you're going to learn, who you're going to get in contact with. I can say that if I didn't go to those things and put myself out there, then I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I do. So yeah, I think it's very important that you network and go to as many live gigs, support your friends. And yeah, just stay true to who you are. Write about what you want. Don't try and write for a playlist. Don't try and write for a label, for anyone else.
Tell your story.
Tell your story. And when you do write the music, make sure you honor it by, when it comes to you and you write it, honor it by keeping it in that same, like how it first came out. Don't try and change it. Just honor it. Capture it.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that. Which obviously very much comes across in the song we were discussing, End of the World, because you won't, even though you lost the Ableton files, you can't recreate how you feel at that time.
Exactly. I feel like, well, for me anyway, when I write, it's something that comes, this sounds crazy, but it's an external thing that comes through me and out onto paper. If I go into a studio and I try and force something, it won't happen. I feel like it comes very sporadically, and it's something that's funneled through me.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why I say you've got to honor this gift that you've been sent and put it down and stay true.
No, I like that. I like it. Makes sense. You know, you're not just gonna, I think it happens a lot. People put pressure on themselves to maybe write a track, write a song, sit in the studio. But sometimes you just can't create. You know, it's just how it is. You just don't have that drive.
Or people will, they'll have a song come to them and they'll, try and take it into something that's trending right now, like production that's trending.
Yes. Or they'll go, I need this to be TikTok song.
Exactly.
So people can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But just, you owe it to whatever, the universe, whatever sent you that song.
And yourself.
Yeah. And yourself, yes. And to the people that love your music, to keep it the way that it's meant to be.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Now, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
All good. Once again, congratulations with the Triple J rotation, your upcoming releases, because it's very exciting. For everyone out there, guys, make sure you jump on Spotify, type in old DVNA, and have a good gander at her catalogue and get excited for what's to come out. Now, do you have anything you want to say to anyone? Anyone you want to thank?
I'd like to thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me here in your beautiful office. Just thank you for watching and listening to the music, and I hope you enjoy the next lot of music and cannot wait to see you.
And a big shout out to the Good Time Boogie Band.
Oh yeah, Mum, Dad, keeping it real.
Yeah, definitely. We'll
get you on stage soon.
Yeah, honestly, that'd be such a vibe. Yeah. Now, once again, guys, this is the last episode for season 2. Dana's been an absolutely fantastic guest. Also, rocked the Silly Sausage. Got a mad little record there.
I'm expecting that plaque.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
It'll be like a big State of Origin shield.
Excellent.
Now, as I said, this is the last episode for probably a month or so, but to celebrate the end of season 2, I'm actually throwing a cheeky little live stream that's going to be a bit of a cheeky rap party with all the guests that have been on the show. I've got Chutney performing a live acoustic set. I've got Stevie Z from Radio Metro doing a mad hip-hop throwback set. I got Vices from Tiny Minds doing like a punk hype, I don't want to say emo set, but just he does his thing. I'm going to play with the disco and house. Then we got Talina, who was on the show last week. She's going to be playing, I know, some grooves, some house. She's really experimenting with a new sound. Very techie, but it's very much going to be a vibe. We've also got sponsors, Mr. Hazolas. They're going to keep us all fed. We've got Mr. Consistent, who are going to be ramming cocktails down our throats the whole night. If you haven't seen what Mr. Consistent do, it's unreal. All fresh produce, no preservatives. They chuck it all in a bottle, send it to you, and it's the perfect way to make margaritas, old fashions, and it's all real natural ingredients. It's unreal. So they're going to be taking care of all that. And then the secret location, which hasn't been released yet, Iku, is going to be an absolute vibe. So big shout out to our big chesty boy for giving us the venue there. Once again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out this season. I hope you enjoyed the party we're going to throw live stream. It'll be out live next Friday night, just in time for you guys to sink into the couch. So once again, guys, have a radical time, and we will see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.